How's it go, folks? It's old Des Cutties. I've been away at the wilderness gathering this weekend. Let's just move that out of the way. And I've made a purchase, so stay tuned. So how's it going? As I say, I've been to the wilderness gathering this weekend. As you notice, I've had a nice shave, had a good haircut as well, make yourself look beautiful. Yeah, so with the gathering being on this weekend, there was a stall there that was selling some knives by Woodlaw, you know, Ray Mears. They've got the Ray Mears, you know, it's sort of all to be involved with Ray Mears, you know, Woodlaw, blah 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 blah. And this particular knife that I purchased, I've always wanted a knife by Woodlaw, Ray Mears, however you want to call it, but I've always been too tight to purchase a knife of that expense. All right, what I've bought here, it was expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much it was because me backside falls out every time I say how much it cost me. But if you want to go and Google it, you can. That's down to you. But I'm really chuffed with what I've bought. I got the blessing off my wife to purchase it, and well, as you can see from my little bit of excitement, my mate Dave Fry's got one. Jim Bob, who's Tim, who runs the Bush Kids sort of group on Instagram and such off. They both purchased, well, Dave purchased yet another one, his second one, but I went, you know, I sort of really give it a lot of thought. It was a knife that I've always wanted, kind of gone full circle really. I'm always having a knife with an orange handle. You see me use a TBS Wolverine and all the rest. You'll go like, just get to the point, take the bloody lid off. And you know, I've sort of you know, so here it is. All right, this is the knife that I've purchased. All right, so there you go. All right, it's brand new. All right, I'm not into all the knife makers. I do understand that Alan Wood used to make knives for him. There's another guy, Steve something or other, that passed away quite recently, and I believe this is one of his makings. And basically, I mean, you know, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about these knives. All right, I'm not a knife whore. If anyone that knows me, everybody knows I'm not. You know that I'm not into expensive knives. The most expensive knife I've ever had is a Ben Orford Nomad, which I've had for a good few years now, around 6 years, and I love it. All right, and so I'm not a whore when it comes to a whore. I'm not, you know, I'm not someone that just hoards kit. Now, with me purchasing knife, I'm not just going to leave it in a presentation box, going to sit up indoors in a wardrobe somewhere nice and warm. I'm going to use this knife, okay? Despite how much it cost me, I don't see the point, unless you're a real knife collector, I don't see the point of having something as good as this and then sticking it in the cupboard, all right? So, I mean, everything about it, I mean, I'm not going to go into the measurements and everything else. If you're really that interested, you know, bugger off over to, you know, use your Instagram skills, your YouTube skills, and go and use your internet skills and go and check it out. But for me, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. All right, so this is the Woodlaw knife by SWC, I believe. What a beauty, eh? I mean, you know, I showed it to my wife, and it might as well have been a butter knife, you know, but they don't understand, do they? Bless them. All right, so it's got the, you know, it's the Ray Mears, you know, symbol on one side, okay, with a snowshoe, and then it's SWC England on the other side. I think this is around sort of 3.5 mil. Don't quote me on it, I'm no expert. I just know that when I pick up this knife, when I've picked up other people's knives, from whether it's this particular knife maker or Alan Wood, it's just something that sits in my hand so sweet, and I absolutely really like it. I think that it's oak, it's finished with oak slabs, okay, and so on and so forth. All right, and I'm absolutely, you know, Scandi grind edge. I think it's 01 steel, and what more can I say? All right, I'm just really pleased. It's something that I've never sort of bothered with before. I think it's probably one of the only pictures that I've stuck up on Instagram that's had the most likes ever in all the years I've been sticking stuff up on Instagram. All right, so there it is. All right, this is the bushcraft knife that I've purchased. It wasn't directly from Ray Mears. It was from a stall that was there at the gathering this weekend, and And so there it is. All right, I don't really know what else to say. Carbon, you know, carbon sleeve, lovely leather sleeve, sheath. Okay, nice and slim. It hasn't got the fire steel holder and all that. I don't really like having, apart from sort of my Nomad, I don't really like having ferro rod holders on my main tool. With the sheath, I just prefer to have it like this anyway, and I'm just over the moon. I'm over the moon. I thank my wife for it, and obviously, you know, sort of like my mates as well, that were obviously, they're all telling me I deserve it and all the rest of it, and it will certainly get used and it will certainly get looked after. All right, so there it is, folks. So thanks for watching. All right, you know, I don't know what you was expecting from it. It literally was just a show, kind of a show and tell. It's not a review. I'm not reviewing it. I've not even used it yet. I've literally come home from the wilderness gathering yesterday, and I thought I'd stick a video up just to share with you folks what of my recent purchases. Yeah, I purchased some other stuff. Yeah, all good and well. Purchased myself some gouges and stuff like that because I want to get into making some more cookses, which will hopefully in time, when I get better at them, will go up on the Etsy store. So if you want to buy a cheap cookser, they'll be up there. But anyway, I digress. But there it is. Okay, that's what what the video was about.